I want to respond to a comment that was made on this channel, which I think is really key if you are living in the diaspora or if you are paying for any service in Zimbabwe. This strategy that I'm going to show you, or that I'm going to explain in this video, is going to help you to safeguard your funds when you are hiring a service provider in Zimbabwe. So the comment was like, I paid for bore drilling with a service provider in Zimbabwe, and when they finished the job, there was a dry hole. A dry hole simply means there was no water that was coming out of the bore. And then the answer from the service provider was, water comes from God. What it simply meant is that you have paid us money, we have done our job, there is no water, so no deal. But for you, the person who wanted to do a project, or it could be a residence or anything in between, that's unfair. But this comment led me to think, what sort of agreement do these people have initially? And that's where I need to help you. Hello and welcome. My name is Kuda. Please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. If not, smash that subscribe button or give this video a thumbs up. When you do that, it's more like you're voting for me so that this video can be recommended to other people. Let me respond the best practice to that issue with a story that I went through. At some point, I hired a service provider. Now, this service provider belongs to one category of the two. So let me explain by the two categories that I'm talking about. When you're paying for a service in Zimbabwe, you're paying either you're paying to a corporate company or to a large organization, or you're paying to an entrepreneur. You need to understand that a lot of individuals in Zimbabwe, they have decided to be self-employed, to do a little hustle that turns out to something that they are doing on a full-time basis. So if you are dealing with a company, a large organization, if you have an issue, a query with the service they provide, definitely they're going to issue a refund, or they're going to give you an alternative. But when it comes to an entrepreneur, they can be very difficult to deal with, especially when you have paid them money. So the story goes like this. At some point, I wanted to help someone to install solar at their residence. I had found a guy who owns an enterprise that I'm talking about, and they went and did an excellent job. They did install solar and everything was working well. And after some months, the residence owner of the place connected something that was of high voltage onto the system. When they connected something of high voltage on the system, it affected the inverter and then it stopped working. They then contacted me. I then had to contact this person who provided the service, and this person charged us a little bit of a fee to say, okay, I can fix the inverter for you, but I need transport fee and the fee to fix that. And then we were like, okay, do you have warranty? And the investigation that they carried out when they opened the inverter, they showed us that there was a high voltage that was made, and that's not their fault, of which the residence owner admitted to that, and then we paid them a fee. Now, the issue came when when they were supposed to bring back the inverter. They said we're going to bring it back in a week, and week turned into two turned into three in a month, and then 2 months. So there was a delay in the repair of the inverter. However, what I then did, I went to the office of these guys. I then said, you know what, I respect your time and you should respect my time as well. What I want us to do is to go to a commission of oaths, and what we're going to do at the commission of oaths, we're going to sign an agreement to say that you're going to finish repairing this inverter and take it back to the residence owner by this date and time, and then of which they agreed. We went to a commission of oaths, the nearest one. I paid about $5 for the service of the commission of oaths, and then they wrote that down. I then waited patiently for the day to come, and then the day came through, and then they didn't deliver. What I then did, I went to the police. When I went to the police, I just went there and showed them my document that I paid for this service and it's not being rendered. The police suggested that we go to the office to investigate. We went to the office, and then we picked one of the guys who was an employee at the place, and then we went to the office of the police. And then the police picked up the guy, and then they took them to the police station for investigations. In no time, the owner of the project actually came, the owner of the enterprise actually came through to check what was happening. So they were surprised it was me, because we're actually good friends as well. So I then say, you know what, guys, you're delaying my time and things like that. So the owner had to actually negotiate with the police again to say, can you give me a little bit more time, maybe 2-3 days? I said I want that in writing, and then they put that in writing, and then within a day they delivered the job. So the tip there is that this is what I've learned, and this is what I do. Whenever I'm paying for a service in Zimbabwe, when you pay them, they give you a receipt if they are an enterprise kind of setup, and then they give you a receipt. When they give you a receipt, I then say, okay, I want you to deliver this product, but I want you to go to your commission of odds. Let's go to your commission of odds, and then we sign an agreement. Once we sign an agreement with them, with the commission of odds, it is the only time when they can agree to sign that, okay? Because they are not going to agree when they default the service. So the point of the matter here, or what I'm trying to explain, is that whenever you're paying for a service, on top of the receipt, go to the nearest commissioner of odds and sign agreement, especially with regards with bore drilling. A tip that I can give you is that ask them, what if you don't get water? What happens? Whatever they say, put them in writing as you are paying them the money. Make sure you do go to a commission of odds. You can go to a commission of odds at a court, or any lawyer, or at any police station. All over across Zimbabwe, commission of odds are available. The reason why you need to do this, a lot of people in Zimbabwe, they want to avoid the police as much as possible. They wouldn't want to do anything with the police. So if they default a service, if you report them to the police, if the police call them, they're going to make sure that they deliver the service, because they are afraid of being arrested. Thank you. So I want to ask your thoughts. What do you think about the method that I've actually explained, and what has been your experience when you are paying for a service to some of the entrepreneurs in Zimbabwe? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have anything that you can add on to this, please do go ahead. I would love to hear your thoughts. Again, lastly, double check that you're subscribed to this channel. With that said, bye for now.